Hey guys, it's Catherine. For this video, I'm going to show you how I sew my pointe shoes. I just got new pointe shoes and I'm going to sew them with elastic ribbon. And yeah, so here's everything that you'll need to sew your pointe shoes. You'll need elastic. You'll need some stretchy ribbon for this method that I'm going to show you. You need it to be stretchy because with regular or like satin ribbon, it won't stretch and it won't work for this method that I'm using. I need a needle and thread. I got my little just stitch kit, scissors, and of course pointe shoes. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just put my shoe on. And if you can see, there's these long elastics on the front. You don't really want these to show because they look ugly. So tie them, cut them right about there, and then tuck them in to the front of the shoe. Tuck them in right here so that when you wear them, they don't stick up and they don't show like that. I like to add which foot is which because I feel like once you start wearing them, then it kind of molds to your foot. I just take a Sharpie. I'll do pink. I can't find my black Sharpie. And I just do, this one will be my right. And all I do is just write R. That way I know, okay, that's my right foot. Okay, so I have my elastic and I have these two strips of it. So I'm gonna measure them on my shoe. Take one of your shoes and put it on. Take your elastic and put it right at the crease. Just put it down a little bit. And then to the back. You're going to measure it to about right there. So that's where about I'm going to cut this one. And then I'm going to cut them all that same size. Once you have one elastic, you can pretty much cut them all the same size because they're all going to be about the same size. Okay, so now I have my 4 elastics that are all the same length. And I'm going to sew them on. This is how you thread a needle. I'm sure that you know how to thread a needle, but I'm just going to show you. Cut some string. It doesn't need to be too long. I'm going to do it like right here. About this long. Take your needle. This is how I thread a needle. It's very simple. You just put it through. Put it through halfway. Boom. And then at the end, you tie a knot. And that's basically it. It's very simple. Okay, so this is my right shoe. And I folded over the back of it so it's easier to sew. If your shoes don't do this, that's fine. You can sew it regularly. I just think it's easier for me to sew it. So take one of your elastics and place it right about here in the back. Take your needle and you're going to sew, pull it through, and you're going to have the knot that you tied when you're threading your needle right there. Come through right at the stitching so that you can't see it too much. Now come back through right at the stitching again. You can barely see the stitching right here. That's why you sew it right here. And you just keep repeating that method until it's all the way on. Okay, once you pull it through, you're going to cut this right at the tip. And then you're going to tie these together. Once you've tied it, you can cut off the extra right here. And you can barely see the stitching, which is good. Now you're going to repeat this on the other side. Alright, so we completed the first part of sewing the elastics on, which is good. And now you're going to take your ribbon. Mine is the Russian point stretch ribbon. And it's really long because it's brand new. Start right here, like how your shoe would be at the ankle. Wrap around. Go around your ankle 2 times, and then you're going to go down there to the other side, and that's where you're going to cut. You're going to take your elastic and you're going to line up the end of your ribbon like this, and you're going to sew these on together. You're going to line it up right there on this crease, and you're just going to sew like you did with your elastic. Alright, so you finished one side. Should look like this with your ribbon halfway attached. You're going to take your ribbon and your second elastic and line it up just like the other side. Make sure that it's flat and not twisted. And then you're going to sew it right here onto this side. Okay, I finished sewing my first shoe. It should look like this with your elastic ribbon connected on both sides like this. So your elastic should be crisscrossed like so. And then the ribbon will just be connected on both sides, and I'll show you how to put them on in a second. I'm going to sew my other shoe. You do the same, and yeah. Okay, so I finished sewing both my point shoes, and now I'm going to show you how I put them on. So you see how they're connected already, so you don't tie them. I'm not going to use toe pads right now, just because I'm just going to put them on for a second, so don't come at me. Put your shoe on like normal. Make sure those front little ribbons are tucked in. Now you're going to take your elastic upright like this. You're gonna twist, wrap it around, and then make sure that it's all straight, and wrap it back under and over onto your ankle. I'll roll up my pants onto your ankle like this. And then that's really it. Now you just have to straighten them out. Make sure that they're not all twisted. And there you go. It's super easy and very efficient. And they're super clean because you don't have to like tie them and then bunch them in. I'm going to put on my other one. Take your elastic, pull it up, twist it like this. Bring it under, all the way up onto your heel. Straighten it out a little. Twist it again. This time go under your heel, back on top of your toe. And there you go. And then just straighten it out. I love these bands so much. Well guys, that's all for this video. I hope you guys learned how to sew your stretchy ribbons onto your point shoes. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like if you liked it and subscribe if you want to see more.